Hi, everybody. My name is Chris,
And I'm Rob.
and we're coming to you today to talk to you about forgiveness in a marriage or period, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, first off, we're going to start by saying that, so we've been married for, it's funny because in Bible study today, I told everybody we've been married for 17 years, but we've been almost together for 17 years. And,
I was gonna say, you think it feels like it's 17 years? Is that why?
no.
Feels like it's 17 years, but it's only been 13 years.
I didn't even mean for it to be like that. Like, honestly, I was just speaking off the top of my head, wasn't even thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So in some way, somehow, I'm gonna have to correct that. But anyway, we've been together for almost 17 years, and that almost sounds like it's incorrect.
Sounds like forever and a day.
Yeah. Anyway,
In a good way, though. In a good way.
so we're best friends, and sometimes best friends get into arguments. And so we've been in marriage counseling for a while. It's kind of like maintenance, and it's like we weren't really going through any issues per se, but we did have a little bit of communication issues or understanding each other type issues.
I think it'd be a lie to say there were no issues. I think every marriage has their strengths and their challenges.
Right.
So I think that
It wasn't like nothing we could put our finger on, but it was issues. But it was like not to say no issues, but it was definitely like some things that kept coming up with
right.
communication.
I think we were challenged with not being able to convey our thoughts to each other.
Mhm.
I think we'd say our take on the situation, and we try to get the other person to see the other side, but we struggled with getting the person to see where we were coming from.
Yeah.
And then it would turn into an argument, sadly, and it just got tired of it coming to that situation, and that's why we had the counseling.
So yeah.
How far did I get?
I don't know. I paused it to tell him to look right here because we have a habit of looking at ourselves. So I paused it and I kind of interrupted, and I don't even remember where he left out from, but pretty much we ended up in marriage counseling.
Strengths and challenges.
Yeah.
So like I said, we had challenges conveying our side of the situation to the person, and then it became an argument, sadly.
Yeah.
So
our son is right here. Sorry. What do you need, Jojo? He wants to say hi, Jojo.
Hi.
Okay. All right. Good job. That's wonderful. Okay. I love you, sweetie. Challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Robert and I, in the middle of an argument, he took it upon himself to sign us up for some marriage counseling, which was much needed. We had never really had premarital counseling. We had one meeting with the bishop. It was like two hours long or something like that. But it was definitely something that we did live by. He mentioned in that meeting, which was a long time ago, some things that we could do. And one of them was, what really stands out to me is that he was asking Robert a series of questions to see if he was like ready for the challenge, and to ask him questions like, if Christian couldn't work anymore, would you be able to take care of the family type stuff. So it honestly seemed like it was kind of a grilling of Robert, pretty much.
I don't remember what he was talking about.
Yeah,
I already knew
it was pretty much.
what I wanted.
We knew what we wanted,
Mhm.
and he pretty much wanted to make sure we weren't just getting married, because I was pregnant.
Mhm.
It was May of 2007, and I was pregnant, and I found out actually in April, and Robert proposed in May, but he said he was already going to propose anyway. I think the pregnancy just kind of speeded up his plans, so it wasn't like we were just going to get married. Because I was pregnant, we actually wanted to be married. We were together for a year and a half. We actually cohabitated during that year and a half as well. And then I kept going back and forth between his place and my mom's place, because my mom was telling, hey, you're shacking up. You need to get married, or you need to move back home, So we knew what we wanted. And I think our oldest child, we were pregnant with our oldest child. And he pretty much just speed up the process, and we've been married ever since. Like I said, when I first met him, I knew he was the one. I don't think I said that actually. I said, like I said, I'm sorry, but we knew what we wanted. So, to get to the forgiveness portion of it, we were in Bible study last weekend, and we are being counseled by another couple, and they're older, they have a lot more experience, and they were talking about forgiveness. Now, they were saying there's a difference between I'm sorry, and there's a difference between please forgive me. So, do you want to elaborate on that? I'm going to keep on talking because I will keep on talking.
Yeah. So so when you say you're sorry, it doesn't pinpoint really the main thing. It's kind of like just giving an overview on. It could pertain to anything. When you say I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. And that could even that could be taken. It's not really an apology.
Right.
So when you say please forgive me, you're taking the accountability and saying it like there's a mistake I've made.
Yeah.
I've offended you. I've hurt you. So you're saying, hey, forgive me of my actions that hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
when you say forgive me, it is a stronger emphasis on accountability.
Yes,
So
for yourself. And I'm sorry, the intentions are to try to take responsibility, but sometimes I think we get so caught up in the way we feel that a lot of times we put it back on other people, because I know I've been guilty of that. I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, I'm sorry. Or sometimes I'll tell my kids, my stepdad used to tell me that, like when we would get in trouble and he wouldn't allow us to do something, he'd be like, well, I'm sorry. But his I'm sorry was like, tough luck. That's what that really meant. And so I took that and I kind of started doing that from learning it growing up. So my I'm sorry's were, I don't want to say that all the intentions were not genuine, but sometimes there were times where I'm like, I'm sorry, but oh well, and that's what it meant. But there were times where I'm like, I'm really sorry, and I felt bad. But when you say, please forgive me, you're really taking accountability, like Robert said, about what you have done to the other person. And then once you've done that, you can pretty much forgive yourself. And then you guys should be able to move on, from there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, so definitely taking ownership of something that how you've wronged your spouse. And remember, you're saying it not to speed along the conversation or to hurry up and just sweep it under the rug. You're actually asking for forgiveness to move forward together, and also saying, asking for forgiveness helps release you from the wrong that you've done.
Yeah.
Because you're actually being you're humbling yourself to say I am sorry for, or I know I've wronged you.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me. And so you kind of put the ball in their court.
Yeah.
By doing that. So it kind of forces them to kind of take a look and say, okay, they're asking forgiveness from me. So if I don't say no, or if I say no, then then I look like
mm-hmm.
the heel.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts the ball in their court and making them giving them the pressure to hopefully humble themselves and hopefully move forward by accepting your forgiveness. That way both you and your spouse can move forward from this situation.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, we just wanted to come on here really quick and share with you guys what we have pretty much just learned. And we're not perfect. We've been married for this.
17 years.
We're married for almost 17 years, though. I know. We've been married for almost 14 years because our oldest son is 13. So that's what I should have gone by.
That's how I remember.
Because I was pregnant with him when I got married. After the first counseling session, our bishop agreed to marry us, and it was like 7 months later. So I actually think it was 8 months pregnant with Aaron when we got married. But we're not experts, but we are telling you what we just learned, and we're sharing it with you guys just in case if there's some things that you can learn from us. If there's anything that we can learn from you, is there anything we're forgetting, you can just leave us a comment. If there are any questions that you may have about our marriage or about what we may know, we can try our best to answer it for you. And just leave a comment, subscribe if you wanna. We will be having a lot of content when it comes to our marriage and the things that we know that can apply to all marriages. And we're open to suggestions. If you guys wanna go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.